Hey everyone, I felt inspired today to do a little Friday spirit pep talk. I just finished a reading with a client and it made me think about doing this live to talk to you about a couple of things. One, it's so important you trust your heart, trust your instincts, and trust your guidance. That's one thing I want to talk about. The second thing is how important it is for you to believe in yourself, your gifts, and what you're here to do. Okay? What you are here to do lives within your heart. Okay? In your heart, you will feel a pull to that which you are meant to do. Now, I pulled a little bookmark that I keep near a desk that I have. I like to surround myself with inspirational sayings and objects and things. Here's the bookmark. Okay? And it says, let yourself be drawn to the stronger pull of that which you truly love. Okay? That which you truly love is meant to be what you truly do, which is also really connected to your purpose. I started doing readings professionally 15 years ago, and I'm going to tell you a lot of the things that I say to people and a lot of the issues and concerns that people have haven't really changed a lot. It's still very similar. The number one things people come to me for the intuitive readings that I do is, what are my gifts? What's my purpose? What's my mission? What am I here to do? How can I do that? And the answer I give is always the same. From person to person, those gifts may be different. And I've read people from all different ages, different walks of life. But let me tell you, that pull that you feel in your heart, that what you're called to do, that is your purpose. Okay? And that's your purpose. And you don't know how many times I've read people who tell me, you're telling me what I've heard from other readers or healers or something that I felt or saw for myself years ago. And the thing I say to everyone is, the reason that it's coming back years later and it never went away is because that's connected to your gifts and your purpose, your calling, your mission, whatever you want to call it. And that's what you're meant to do. Trust it. That's why it's not going away. It's coming back to you again and again through other people, through your own heart, because it's not going to go away. And people will say to me, I feel so stuck. I'm so stuck. Well, part of the reason that you might be stuck is because of fear. We get stuck because of fear. We get stuck because our mind wants to say, can you show me the steps? Can you show me that everything's going to work out? Can you show me the outcome? Well, we don't always get that nice, neat, itinerary and outline of everything. But what we do get is the guidance to take the very next step. And that very next step is what you're meant to do. And then when you take that step, then the next step becomes clearer to you. And the next step, and the next step. And then that outcome and that desire that you're hoping for, you begin to see it coming together. You begin to see it taking shape. But it doesn't take shape until you take that action. So another thing I often say to my clients, and I've said to many clients in the readings I've done over the years when they express those concerns or fears, is this quotation by a man named Antonio Machado, who says, traveler, there is no path. The path is made by walking. When we take those steps, when we take those chances and risks, we begin to forge our own path. So that's how we get to that place of that outcome, that vision, that dream that we have in our heart, is by taking those steps and forging that path, okay? Here's the second thing. I say it a lot. I really want you to know and to understand and believe that you're being not only guided, but you're being supported along the way by your spirit team. Everyone has guardian angels, healing angels, spirit guides, spirit teachers, and loved ones in spirit. Every single person. And hey there, Donna. Hey, Kelly. Every single one of you has that spirit team. I've done so many readings, whether they're intuitive readings or mediumship readings, and everyone has someone. Okay, everyone has someone, and everyone has a lot of people actually, because you have your ancestors and loved ones in spirit, you have your guides, you have your angels, you have your own soul. I so want you to understand that you're being guided and supported, every single one of you, okay? Here's a couple of things that I also keep around me for inspirational support. And I got these from a psychic and spiritual teacher named Sonia Choquette. Some of you may know her. She was one of my teachers years ago. And I put this on this little card. It says, Divine Spirit, bring to my dream all necessary support. I keep this on my desk. I see it every single day by my crystals and my little rose quartz angel. Divine Spirit, bring to my dream all necessary support. Okay? Why am I talking about that? Because Divine Spirit is supporting you and helping you in taking those steps on that journey and on that path. Hey there, Kelly. Another quotation from Sonia Choquette, like a little prayer that I keep above my desk, and I put this little angel in the corner from the very first, one of the first business cards I had. I used to call them angel readings, and this is what it says. I am a spiritual being protected by angels, helped by guides, healed by healers, taught by my teachers, supported by my runners, guided by my higher self, and infinitely loved by God. Infinitely loved by God. You can replace God by spirit, the universe, the divine, whatever you want, goddess, whatever you want to call that. You have the divine supporting you, guiding you, loving you along the way. It's so natural to have fears and doubts about these steps that we're going to take. Is it going to work out? I'm going to have the money I need. Are the people there are going to be to support me? But I'm going to tell you, if you take those steps, you will have people, circumstances, situations happen to support you. You just have to trust and then take that action, because you are being supported, you are being loved, you're being guided. Why? Because by the nature of being a soul here in the universe, you're loved, you're infinitely and unconditionally loved. And another thing I see a lot with my clients, and a lot of us have this in life, we have these setbacks, we have maybe divorces, deaths, loss, tragedies, traumas happen in our life. That happens to a lot of us. And it doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong, that you're not following your path, that you're not loved, that you're not supported. The reasons for all that could be various. There's not always a reason that makes sense. But it doesn't mean that you're not still supposed to do what calls your heart, what you're meant to do. You might have just gotten off track a little bit. You might have just gotten a little, a setback. That's normal. And I was saying to a client after a reading yesterday, because she was talking about that, I was like, it's a setback and it's okay. You can get back on track. You can get your inner strength back, because you know what? That connection to the divine doesn't go anywhere. Sometimes we go into doubt and we go into fear. But the way I call it is, it's like plugging into source is like plugging into an electrical outlet. That connection to the divine, to that energy, that inspiration, it lives within us. I've had the belief, really, I think my whole life, that the divine spirit, whatever you want to call that, unconditional love, lives within us, around us at all times. We don't have to do anything to earn it. We don't have to do anything to find it. It's here. It's this energy, this frequency, this vibration called love. And we just have to remember to plug back into that. When we plug into that divine source, that helps fuel that belief and that desire to follow these dreams within our heart. And sometimes we're guided to heal. There might be things to heal within the heart. I've had a lot of that going on for myself over those last several months, healing a lot of grief. And that's guidance too. So just because we have healing to do doesn't mean, or we don't always feel good, doesn't mean we're not being guided. We might be being guided for healing. And then when we do that healing, it helps release and helps us feel even more so that connection to our soul, to our spirit, to our heart, to our inner strength. It actually strengthens us, because we're not anymore suppressing the emotions that are in there. We're allowing those to come up to the surface, to be healed, to be felt, and to be released. And that actually gives us more energy and more connection. So this is really just a really kind of quick little Friday pep talk, because it's so, does any age have any, no, Donna, I don't believe age has anything to do with it. Yes, we have natural aging. I'm not saying that. In fact, my client today, that is one of the topics that was brought up. And I said to her, you're at a stage of life where you're at a stage of life reinvention. But Spirit is telling me that you need to stop thinking so much about your age. Don't think about age in terms of culture and what culture tells us. And I told her that one of my teachers in mediumship, a very revered, very well-respected medium, British medium named Mavis Patilla, is, I think, in her mid or late 70s, and she's still teaching and still doing wonderful work. Age isn't stopping her. Another woman, Dolores Cannon, maybe some of you have heard her. She came up with like the quantum healing hypnosis, and she's written tons of books. And I believe she was writing and working up until her death around age 80. So age, yes, of course we have natural aging, but I also believe it has to do with how are we caring for ourselves and what are we believing up here? Because if you are meant to follow a particular path and a particular purpose, a dream in your heart, don't let age stop you, okay? The other thing I told my client is there are a lot of people at midlife reinvention. I work with a lot of women. I've been coaching women for years, and I see this again and again. There are a lot of women in their 50s at midlife reinvention that are looking for healers, coaches, guides, teachers. And if you feel that's a dream in your heart to do some kind of healing work or holistic work, let me tell you, there are people out there who need what you're going to offer. Because we're living longer, people are, having second and third careers, children are growing, and people are like, what now? There's something more for me. I'm not ready to hang up my hat. So don't let age stop you. Please don't let that stop you. Your unique life experience may not look like someone else's, okay? You need to trust your own heart. You need to trust what you feel pulled to do. We get in trouble when we get stuck too much in the mind. And Spirit is going to communicate with us through our heart, through our soul, through our feelings, through our gut. I've been hearing this a lot with my clients lately in readings and coaching, and I've been repeating it a lot. Trust your instincts, trust your gut, trust your heart. That will lead you to the fulfillment, the joy, the practical solutions you're seeking. You just need to trust. This live today is too short for me to go into a lot of different examples from my own life. I will go into that in another live. I've been alive enough, I guess, long enough on the earth. I've been able to see so many examples in my life. And there have been really some difficult times and some dark times in my own life where I doubted and I feared and I wasn't sure. But I kept going and I kept praying and I kept believing. And then in hindsight, I have seen so much how I was supported and guided through very, very difficult times. So that's what I wanted to say to you today. Know that you're being supported by the divine, by your spirit team at all times. No one is ever truly alone. Truly, no one is ever truly alone. You have so many who are supporting, loving you, and guiding you. And your dreams within your heart, you are here to experience more joy. Yes, there is sometimes healing that needs to happen within us. Yes, we've been through traumas, difficulties, losses, all sorts of things can happen in our life journey. But another thing I begin saying to my clients is, those places where we've hurt, those pains that we have, are gifts that we've acquired along the way on our life's journey. We not only have innate talents that we're born with, I really fully believe we have gifts that we acquire through our life's journey. So another way to begin looking at those difficult times in your life is to see the lessons and the gifts that you're being given through looking a little bit more deeply at what you've been learning, how your heart is open, the compassion that you're developing, and in turn, how you're going to be able to help others in your life through developing those gifts that you've gained along the way through your life. So I hope this live has helped you in some way today. If you ever want to reach out to me, you can always reach out to me through Facebook Messenger. You can always reach me through my website. I have my contact email out there. I also have a phone number that's on my website. I'd be happy to talk to you for a free 30-minute consultation. I do intuitive readings, mediumship readings, intuitive coaching, and I also do numerology readings. I'll be doing more lives, and I'll also be planning some free live Zoom talks to help you even more. And I'll mention those more on my page when I have a little bit more clarity about when those will be. I hope this helped you. I send you so much love, so many blessings. I hope you have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for watching, for all that you do in this world. I know that I have a lot of very sensitive, caring people that watch these videos and are on this page. Thank you for being who you are in this world. You have no idea the people that you may be touching and reaching in your life. Take care. Bye-bye.